So guys, here we are back with third part of 10 open world games that you must play. So this time let's start with No Man's Sky. Hello Games produced and published this action-adventure survival game. The game is based on four pillars: exploration, survival, battle, and trading. Players can interact with the entire procedurally generated deterministic open-world cosmos, which has over 18 quintillion planets. Planets have their own ecosystems with distinct flora and fauna, thanks to the game's procedural generation system, and numerous alien species can engage the player in combat or trade within planetary systems. Nier Automata is not just a game, it is an experience. It is created by Platinum Games and directed by the genius Yoko Taro, delves deeply into themes of existentialism, meaning, and what it means to be alive. Following the voyage of androids 2B and 9S in a dismal future, where humans have been driven to the moon, players are taken on an emotional and graphically stunning ride. Nier Automata keeps players on their toes with a hauntingly gorgeous soundtrack, dynamic camera angles that continuously swap viewpoints, and slick yet hard gameplay. The tale is multi-layered, revealing itself with each gameplay and entices you to return for more. It is the type of game that stays with you long after the credits roll. Ubisoft Quebec produced and published Assassin's Creed Shadows, an action-adventure game. The game is the 14th major installment in the Assassin's Creed series and the sequel to Assassin's Creed Mirage. Set in 16th century Japan, near the end of the Sengoku period, the game tells the story of the millennia-old conflict between the Assassin Brotherhood, who fight for peace and liberty, and the Templar Order, who seek peace through control, through the eyes of two protagonists, Fujibayashi Naoe, a kunoichi, and Yasuke, an African samurai inspired by the historical figure of the same name. The two characters have distinct gaming styles, which allows objectives to be addressed in a variety of ways. Despite its rocky start, Cyberpunk 2077 has eventually fulfilled its promises. Set in the neon-drenched, apocalyptic environment of Night City, players take on the role of V, a mercenary in search of immortality and identity. The city is a marvel, with living NPCs, stories around every corner, and a degree of detail that seems overwhelming in the greatest way. The branching narrative, character customization, and fast-paced action keep gamers totally engaged. With recent upgrades and expansions, Cyberpunk 2077 has finally evolved into the open-world RPG experience it was designed to be. The game's narrative is as much about your personal journey as it is about uncovering corporate schemes. Whether you are making life-changing decisions, developing intimate connections, or investigating moral gray zones, Cyberpunk 2077 tells a deep and emotional story set in an open environment that feels alive at every turn. When GTA 5 was released, it changed the open-world genre. Set in the huge city of Los Santos, players control three distinct characters: Michael, Franklin, and Trevor, each with their own backstory, strengths, and personalities. The game's narrative weaves their lives together in ways that allow for an exciting experience filled with action, humor, and plot twists. Los Santos is like a live, breathing character, with so many details and activities that you could spend hours investigating. A Plague Tale: Innocence, set during the Black Death in medieval France, follows Amisha and her younger brother, Hugo, as they fight to survive a deadly disease and a rat army that has taken over the countryside. This game expertly integrates stealth, survival, and puzzle-solving components, keeping you continuously on edge. The atmosphere is heavy, the environments are eerily gorgeous, and the plot is full of surprises that keep each chapter interesting. It may not have the vast scale of some of the other titles on this list, but what it offers in plot and atmosphere earns it a perfect 10. Dragon Quest XI. Echoes of an Elusive Age is the pinnacle of the JRPG genre. This game is a tribute to the genre, with turn-based combat and a wonderful story of friendship and destiny. It is also breathtakingly beautiful, combining vivid anime-inspired visuals with lush, realistic settings. The plot may appear basic at first, with a chosen hero on a quest to save the world, but it develops into something emotionally profound, with turns that defy expectations. Every NPC, town, and side mission is full of life and personality. The orchestral soundtrack, when combined with Akira Toriyama's classic art style, results in a timeless aesthetic. Furthermore, the definitive edition provides even more value through quality of life enhancements and enhanced content. Dragon Quest XI is a must-play for everyone who has played JRPGs before or is new to the genre. Disco Elysium is unlike any other game you have played. This detective RPG puts you in the shoes of a washed-up cop attempting to solve a crime in a city on the verge of collapse. But it is more than just solving murders. It is a profound examination of identity, politics, and the human condition. Your decisions influence every part of the story, from how you interact with the people to the type of detective you become. Disco Elysium is a literary triumph that challenges you to think in new ways because to its crisp writing, philosophical depth, and unusual gameplay. Okay, Skyrim is still on everyone's best games list, and with good reason. Why? Because there is always something to do in this big, open universe. You might easily spend 100 hours shouting at dragons, learning alchemy, or simply collecting every flower and tamriel. The game's design ensures that no two playthroughs are alike, with a vast globe full with various factions, quests, and hidden treasures. Skyrim took almost 5 years to develop, while Bethesda refined their open-world paradigm from Oblivion. The team used a breakthrough toolkit that enabled seamless world building, resulting in a vast and immersive setting. Elden Ring is the game that expanded Dark Souls' severe but enjoyable gameplay into a vast open environment. From Software, with George R. Martin's creative involvement, built a large and complicated environment full of ancient secrets, towering enemies, and dark lore for players to explore at their leisure. The world is both gratifying and tough, motivating players to explore every nook and cranny, since there is always a new secret or hidden treasure to discover. The fighting is tough and requires patience and skill, with each enemy feeling like a different challenge.